I'm sorry, sweetheart, so deeply, painfully sorry, in ways that words will never fully capture. I wasn't there for you when you needed me the most, when all you asked for was my presence, my faith, and my loyalty. I broke the promise I once made to you and to myself, the promise that I would always stand on your side, that I would always be your safe place, your teammate, your home. Instead of holding your hand firmly, I let it slip away. Instead of protecting our bond, I allowed doubt to enter my heart. I misunderstood you, trusted others over you, and failed to listen no matter how much you tried to explain the truth to me. You spoke with honesty, patience, and love, and I responded with disbelief, confusion, and distance. For that alone, I am endlessly ashamed. I never imagined, not even in my wildest dreams, that the people I trusted so deeply could betray me or that someone could deliberately plan to create distance between us. I was naive, blind, and careless with something sacred. I allowed myself to be manipulated, and in doing so, I sacrificed our love as if it were something fragile and replaceable, when in reality it was rare and irreplaceable. I now see how wrong I was. I see how easily I let others shape my thoughts, how I let noise overpower the quiet truth you were trying to share with me. I should have listened to you. I should have chosen you. I should have trusted the bond we built with so much sincerity. I have heard you now, truly heard you, and the weight of that realization crushes me every single day. I feel an unbearable shame for my actions, a shame so deep that I struggle to look at my own reflection. These days, when I stand in front of the mirror, my eyes feel empty and hollow, because my heart always knew there was more to the situation than what I allowed myself to believe. Somewhere deep inside, I knew you were telling the truth, yet I ignored that voice. I don't even know how to begin apologizing to you or how I could ever lift my eyes and meet yours again. How do I face the person whose trust one shattered so carelessly? No matter what others did or said, I should have kept my faith in you. That responsibility was mine alone, and I failed you. I can't forgive myself for that, not now, and maybe not ever. Today, I feel profoundly alone in life. Even when people surround me, I feel like the only person in the world, carrying a silence that no one else can hear. There is an emptiness inside me that nothing seems to fill, because the space you once held remains untouched by time or distraction. All I want is to run to you, to sit on my knees before you, and apologize from the deepest part of my soul. I want to beg for your forgiveness and ask for a second chance, even though I know I may not deserve one. And yet, I'm terrified that you may not want to listen to anything I have to say, that my words may come too late to matter. I hurt such a pure heart, a heart that only loved me, supported me, and cared for me unconditionally. That truth haunts me more than anything else. I can't tell you how intensely I am burning in this fire of repentance, how every breath feels heavy with regret. My life feels painfully incomplete without you. The laughter feels muted, the days feel longer, and the nights are filled with thoughts of what I lost because of my own mistakes. I am really, truly sorry, my love. You never deserved the way I treated you. You deserved love without doubt, respect without conditions, trust without hesitation, and happiness without fear. Instead, I gave you suspicion, anger, distance, and pain. And now, as I look at myself, I see the consequences of my choices written all over me. Even now, I must admit my own audacity and selfishness. I miss you, and a part of me longs to have you back in my life, yet I know that my desire alone is not enough. What matters more than my longing is your happiness. I want that for you, even if it exists without me. I promise that I will never again be the reason for your tears or your pain. I won't force you to be with me, no emotional pressure, no guilt, no begging for love that must be freely given. I only wanted to apologize, to tell you honestly and humbly that I made a mistake, that I regret the way I behaved, and that I will carry this lesson with me for the rest of my life. My love, I hope you will allow me the grace to reach out to you and read these words with an open heart. I know I was the one who created the distance between us, and because of that, I understand that the right to decide whether I should even be allowed to approach you again rests completely with you. I am deeply sorry, sweetheart. When everything happened, I was overwhelmed in ways I didn't know how to explain or manage. Life felt like it was closing in on me from every direction, and I was carrying more confusion, fear, and emotional weight than I could process. My thoughts were tangled, my emotions were running wild, and I couldn't see any clear path forward. I felt stuck, trapped in my own mind, and unable to breathe properly under the pressure of it all. In that fragile state, I made choices driven by fear rather than clarity. I convinced myself that pushing you away was the responsible thing to do, that if I kept you close, you would inevitably be pulled down by my struggles and pain. I thought I was protecting you, even though it meant hurting both of us. At the time, it felt like the only option I had, but looking back now, I realize how wrong I was. Instead of trusting the bond we shared, I let my fears dictate my actions, and for that, I am truly sorry. I see now that love isn't about facing hardships alone, it's about facing them together. I believe with all my heart that if I had stayed, if we had leaned on each other, we could have worked through everything in a healthier, stronger way. There is no one in my life who understands me, supports me, and guides me the way you do. Your presence has always brought clarity where there was chaos and comfort where there was pain. Losing that made me realize how much I took for granted. It took me a long time to gather the courage to reach out to you, not because I stopped caring, but because I wanted to sort through my mess first. I didn't want to come back to you still drowning, still confused, still capable of causing the same hurt again. I wanted to at least try to stand on steadier ground so that whatever happens between us next is not poisoned by the same mistakes. I don't know what you feel about me now, and that uncertainty scares me more than anything else. Maybe you're angry, maybe you're hurt beyond forgiveness, or maybe you've decided that I no longer deserve a place in your life. You might even hate me, or wish you never see my face again. You might ignore my messages or refuse to answer my calls, and honestly, I would understand. I know I caused you pain, and I know I don't get to demand anything from you. I was foolish to believe that pushing you away would solve anything, and I accept the consequences of that decision. Still, with all humility, I ask for just one chance, one meeting, one conversation. Not to pressure you, not to force you into anything, but simply to let me explain myself honestly. I want to tell you what was happening in my life, what broke me down, and why I acted the way I did. You deserve answers, and you deserve to hear the truth directly from me. Most of all, I want you to know, without any doubt, that none of this was ever your fault. You didn't fail me, I failed to communicate, to trust, and to let myself be vulnerable with the person who loved me the most. If after hearing me out you decide that you cannot accept me back into your life, I will respect that decision, no matter how painful it is for me. All I want is the chance to clear the air between us so that whatever direction we take afterward is based on truth rather than silence or misunderstanding. The future of this connection should be yours to decide, free from unanswered questions or lingering doubts. I love you, sweetheart, and that love never disappeared, not even for a second while we were apart. Even in silence, even in distance, you were always in my thoughts every single day. You are incredibly precious to me, more than I ever managed to show you before. I would consider myself truly lucky if you gave me the opportunity to speak my heart and let you see me face to face again. I've missed you in ways I can't fully put into words, and the thought of seeing you again fills me with both hope and humility. No matter what you decide, please know that my love for you is real, deep, and unchanging, and it will remain so, always.